he took him probably a couple of years until we all moved here, and we never looked back. We really like it here. The weather, the lifestyle, open spaces, a big country, a lot of opportunities. I mean, I'm talking about early 90s when we moved here. So, yeah.
Okay, so of course, like we were chatting a bit before, like you said about being an entrepreneur. Uh, what are the challenges of being a business owner?
There are a lot of challenges, but Cheval, I look at the positive thing about being a business owner. And I have to tell you, I never experienced the 9 to 5 world. I've always been an entrepreneur, I would say, for the entire life, even though at the time I didn't really consider that. Because when I was working at the TV station, I was in front of the camera. I was a TV announcer, and then I was part of these variety shows with comedians and actors. So I was considered as a talent. I was a contractor with them, so I was not an employee. And then when we moved to the States, my husband and I had a destination management company, so we owned a business. And the freedom to have your own business, the flexibility in hours, I mean, the ability to give credit to yourself for what you did, right, was absolutely what I wanted to do. And again, yes, it has challenges because you always need to be on top of everything. It's you. You are the business, so you have a lot of responsibilities. You have to make money. You have to find clients. I mean, depending on the products or services that you sell. But again, I think that when you think about and you see the pros and cons, I see so many pros that I really, really like about being a business owner, that the challenges to me become, okay, I can figure that out. I can make that happen. I can definitely find a way to solve a problem that I have. And that's another thing that I love about entrepreneurship. Yes, it's a lot of failures, it's a lot of difficulties, it's a lot of challenges, it's a lot of struggles. But when you reach what you want, oh my goodness, that's priceless. So definitely,
Yeah,
I would never, I would never give up entrepreneurship for that.
I believe you. I agree
Yeah.
100% with you. And I mean, it's like, of course, now I've already decided, like, that I'm not going to work as an employee ever again because
Yeah.
of the fact that the majority of my work has been crappy. You know, most of it because it has been in fast food and coffee shops, and of course, some of the management is just kind of like I could say I could say it was almost like fearful management because of the
Mm.
turnover, high turnover, that type of thing. But I think really, the fact that I guess it's in my mind, I'd rather go down. Well, which I'm not going to feel at all. What I'm saying is, I rather struggle doing what I love, which is building my business, than be miserable working for someone else and not having the time to build my business. So that's just me.
Totally. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. So, so of course, I got. I mean, of course, I got access because you're very active on social media, and of course, you have been on a lot. You have been guests on a lot of our Twitter chat, especially recently, Business Heroes. Can you
Yes.
share with us about how you got involved with social media?
With social media, well, it all started, let's say, I would say a few years ago when I realized that social media is very, very important to be present. And as an entrepreneur, I needed a way to promote my business, to introduce myself to the rest of the world, basically. And, having a website today is not enough. It's not enough. It simply is not enough for your business. You really need to have to be active. A website to me sounds like a static presence on the internet. You have a website, you have like place market, and that's it. That's it. So you need to be active on your blog, something that sometimes I can't keep up with because I'm too busy, but I try to do it, and I try to always post consistently just to create content that can be useful for both of my audiences, so social and wedding clients and wedding professionals. But social media is really a great way to start a conversation, to be active, to make so-called friends in your industry and create long-lasting relationships. I mean, you and I connected thanks to social media, thanks to Madeleine Sklar, since we both belong to the welcoming team for her Twitter chat. But I created a lot of great relationships with people in my industry thanks to social media. And not only that, but you also learn a lot on social media. For instance, I am a huge Periscope user, and I learned so much about social media, about content marketing, about lead generation, about email lists, about everything that I'm using for my business. Thanks to these amazing people who were broadcasting pretty much every day at the beginning. I mean, it changed a little. Periscope is not the same, but at the beginning, it was an amazing resource for me, and I created great relationships and I got clients. Most of my clients for the coaching business come from Periscope, believe it or not. So I love social media and I use it every single day. I'm active pretty much on all channels. I don't have a huge number of followers, but I have a good number of loyal and connected followers, which to me is far more important than the numbers. So
I agree with you. Sorry, I agree with you on that because I mean it's really about the community when you have when you're on social media because I guess it's like many look at the numbers of how many
yeah,
followers they have, and you're not focusing on the community aspect of it, which it's much
right.
better to have a loyal following than to have large numbers because that community is going to respond to you whenever you post something, and the fact that they trust you is very important too.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta. So of course, and of course, what you said earlier about Periscope, that transition into a live video because like I asked you this, how important is live streaming, especially now? Since it's starting to become more and more important in this day and age.
I could go on talking about live video for hours, so I don't know how long I have.
Go ahead.
You know me.
Go ahead.
You know me. I'm
Go
a
ahead.
huge advocate of live video, especially in a content marketing strategy, because with live video, you can connect with people in real time. And that's what blew me away when Periscope came out. I remember I downloaded the app about a month after it came out, and I didn't know anything about it. Nobody was talking about it. There were no articles or blog posts at the time. It was April 2015. So I was still trying to figure out how I could use this app and make it part of my marketing strategy. And so I started watching people's broadcasts. And at the beginning, they were very disappointed because it was just people hanging out and saying hi. They would go live when they were dinner at a restaurant, and I'm like, is that it? So I didn't really get it until I started finding the big marketing influencers. Like I started following Alex Pettit, Alex Kahn, Kim Garst, Joel Comm, and then I realized that it was a very powerful tool to connect with people. And that's what I started doing. So June 20th was my first broadcast in 2015. It was pathetic. I mean, one of the worst things that I've ever seen because I didn't really know how to do a live video broadcast. I remember I stopped breathing. I was not showing myself on the camera. I was just showing this beautiful wedding where I was. And as soon as I saw people joining, asking me questions and leaving hearts, I stopped it. I didn't know what to do. I felt like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? But after that, I got the courage to go live more and more and more. And for about a year, I used to broadcast once a day. So I did daily broadcasts, just sharing content about my business and teaching other professionals on how to be a good wedding planner. And that's how I got the attention, and that's how I got clients. And here I am talking about live video and always being in love with it, because really I established great relationships.